Right, so this is where we're up to on the old 1974 Land Rover Series 3. Things that I've done since owning the vehicle is I've replaced the footwells here. When I first took over the vehicle, it was all rotten. All this, there was just a complete hole in the floor there. So I'm replacing, in order to access these footwells, I had to take, as you can see, the wings off. I had to remove the heater unit from the bulkhead. And whilst I've taken the heater unit off and all the other components there, so clutch, master cylinder, brake master cylinder, steering box down there, they've all been off. Took the fly mesh off, removed the flaps. While that was all off, it was all stripped down, and these are typical areas that are prone to go due to rust. So I removed the little bracket here for the window pivot mechanism. Removed this, replaced. It looks like this. This is off the other side. I bought a pair of these. I didn't need to replace the other side in the end, so I just kept hold of this one. But that's what it looks like that went here. So I've replaced that, welded it on, filled it all, and a few little patches here and there as well. So the where the hinges go here for the door, welded this part here, patch on there, did a bit of filling down here, and then I've after a couple of coats of zinc primer, I've done a coat of undercoat, and then 2 or 3 top coats of mid-grey, which is the original colour of the Land Rover. Actually, when I took hold of it, it was the blue, which it still is over here. Someone at some point has painted it blue just to match everyone else's Land Rover, I guess. I'm not too sure, but the original colour is the mid-grey, and I actually do prefer the grey, luckily, and that's the colour that the rest of it is going to be. So I'll just go for a little walk around at the moment. Whenever I've taken any components off, I'll get rid of all the rust off them, give them a couple of coats of either hammerite or the mid-grey, depending on obviously where the component's going to go. Things I've done is I've replaced the water pump, new water pump on there, new thermostat. I've taken the radiator out because it had a hole, so I've taken the radiator up to get welded. That will be going back into place pretty soon. Before I put the wings back on, I'm going to be steam cleaning and converting the rust all on the chassis there. Weld any patches on that need doing. Zinc primer, and then 2 coats of hammerite, and then I'll do the same technique for all the leaf springs and steering rods and anything else, any other metal work that would be exposed underneath the bodywork and around the engine bay. Once all that's been painted, I will then be going over the underneath with a decent wax oil. I'm not too sure what type of wax oil that will be yet. I've not really done my research on that aspect. But over here, same sort of thing. Replace the footwell. While it's off, I was able to access all this. I've rebuilt the steering box here. Got all new bearings, new gaskets. What else have I done? All this here is new. I've welded a whole new piece on there, a whole new strip on there. I've put the dash back on. I put the dash back on last weekend. Everything works as it should on the dash. There's a couple of holes down here, as you can see. So I'm going to, I'll make a plate on there to go on there. So it says Land Rover, perhaps, or something. I'm not too sure yet. But that's all in place. What I've done with the window frame, where the window frame was, well, is galvanized traditionally and originally, I've sanded it all back because the galvanizing was perished really in various points. So I've stripped it all back, sanded it so it's smooth, and then gone over that with a couple of coats of zinc paint, which is this stuff over here. Zinger. It's quite expensive for the amount you get, but it's apparently decent stuff. One little thing here I've got in front of me is the grill. So strip the grill back, couple of coats of primer, a couple of coats top coat, which is actually Jaguar slate grey. I had a tin lying around. I thought it would look quite good on the grill, contrast against the mid grey, as you can see. And then I'm just going over the background, the negative space to the Land Rover logo there with the mid grey. Once I've given that another coat and it blends in and matches, I'm going to cover the whole grille with a gloss, a clear gloss. There's many panels. Where are my panels? I've got many panels in the back here which are sanded down. So they're the floor. These are the floor plates here. They're all sanded, a couple of coats of primer. I've rolled the primer on there. I've got loads of pieces like that, components and metalwork, which are ready and waiting for top coat. I've got the bonnet over here. The bonnet's all stripped back, as you can see. The bonnet's there, just leaning up against the back of the Land Rover. That's a couple of coats of primer. It's waiting now for the top coat. My next step is I just need to bleed the clutch again, get the steering wheel on, and back the Land Rover out of the garage so that I can steam wash the chassis or the metalwork, as I said earlier, get all that painted. I need to take off this grille surround, the metalwork to support the radiator there, because there's a big bit of rust at the bottom. So I need to get strip it all back, let the dog see the rabbit, as it were. Get some rust converter, get some fiberglass on there, get some sheets at the back of it, build it all up nicely, get it painted. Yeah, while the Land Rover's out of the garage, I'm going to be able to do the painting of the components that we just looked at then. I just need a bit more space because at the moment, the garage is quite tight with the usual garage paraphernalia, plus the additional Land Rover bits, and it's amazing how many bits you end up with when you're replacing most of them along your way. So anyway, I just thought I'd give an update to people. People have been asking about where I'm up to with the Land Rover, and there's the answer.